What's up, nerds? Welcome back to Cool Nerd Show.
I just gotta remember to unmute my mic.
As always, I am Steve Trezor, your host, joined by Thick Flair himself, Scott Burnett.
Hi.
We've got a lot to talk about tonight. So our topic of the night, we're gonna chat about Elden Ring.
I'm good.
Y'all good? Okay.
Yeah.
Topic of the night is Elden Ring. We'll get into what we're playing.
Very excited.
But before then, we do have some news that we want to talk about. We do have an update on our video game fantasy draft, and we have a Riddler game that we are going to play where we're going to try and out-riddle each other.
An update on the fantasy draft.
Yeah.
You have two games. You picked two early games.
Okay, we still have an update. But before we get into any of that housekeeping, join the Cool Nerd Nation, our Discord. Over there, you can chat with us. I actually need to post in there more because I'm trying to be more active, and I'm not.
I'm not sure we have many active people. So
we're starting to get. We have like 15 people, I think.
Oh,
12. That's okay.
That's close. Close to 15.
That's close to 15. And then also, you can watch us live, twitch.tv/Fresnair, twitch.tv/ThickFlair4Cs. You can also check out our YouTubes. That's where this will also go and stay. And we're on podcast apps everywhere. So check us out. With that, I did want to update a few weeks ago. Scott and I did have a video game fantasy draft that's going to
would you be updating this if you weren't in the lead?
Well,
Probably not.
We're not going to talk about that. But we had this video game fantasy draft, and we drafted 12 different games that have to be released this year, and the winner is going to be like whoever has the best Metacritic score at the end of the year. And I have had 2 games released so far, and those 2 games were Elden Ring, which was my first pick, and Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster, which I don't even give a shit about Final Fantasy, but I know it was going to review well, which was my 5th pick. And Elden Ring has a 95 and on PC, and Final Fantasy VI has an 88. So I currently have a 183. I also have 4 more games releasing in March. And Scott's first game, which is to release, is going to be the Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga, which will release April 5th.
I played the long game. You're getting them all out of the way.
But outside of that, I have one game that's most likely delayed till 2023, and that game is Baldur's Gate 3. They didn't officially say it was delayed, but they were like, it's probably not going to come out till 2023, which means I'm going to get a big fat 0 for that. But Scott, you have 8 games that do not have a release date. So I like my odds right now.
Yeah, but you have a bunch of like industry events coming up where games are going to start getting release dates.
That's true.
So, yeah, Ubisoft said Avatar was in a list of games releasing this fiscal year, which can tick over into 2023. It might not. So,
true.
Who knows? The Ubisoft likes to release stuff around October, November, Christmassy time. So,
it just feels good to have that early lead.
Yeah, I mean, you're not used to winning on this channel, so.
Oh, please, fine. We went to the final round in the Brawl Days tournament that we did.
And
I beat you in Wordle.
Nobody.
And I'm going to beat you in this Riddle game. Probably not. I'm terrible at Riddle.
The second place team in the Super Bowls.
Whatever. With that, we're getting into the news for today. We do have a couple news things that we're going to go over, and then we'll get into the Riddle game and then Elden Ring. This I saw yesterday, and it sounds really stupid. Apparently, there is a Twisted Metal show coming out on Paramount Plus, starring Anthony Mackie.
Like a dark, like Mad Max kind of.
No, it's a comedy.
Oh.
Starring Anthony Mackie as a smart-ass ice cream truck driver, which is taken word for word from the title.
Does that hold any weight story-wise? Like ice cream truck driver? Like Twisty's
I don't remember.
Twisty drives an ice cream truck, right?
Sweet Tooth drives an ice cream truck.
Was what I say? Twisty was from American Horror Story, I think.
I don't know. Does that mean Anthony Mackie is? Does that mean Anthony Mackie is going to be Sweet Tooth?
Maybe he'll no, because they mentioned Sweet Tooth in the blurb, I think, alongside of him. So maybe he's gonna ride along with him.
Okay.
Sweet Tooth is gonna be the Deadpool, and Anthony Mackie's gonna be the Dopinder.
Anthony Mackie's gonna be driving the car with Sweet Tooth, like murdering people.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't see any mention of Sweet Tooth in this article. I'm taking it from.
I thought I read
IGN.
Maybe I just made it up. Who knows?
Cobra Kai writer Michael Jonathan Smith will serve as showrunner, writer, as well as executive producer alongside Will Arnett and Mark Foreman.
So it's just going to be a knee slapper of a show.
I'm not excited about this. Also,
as Twisted Metal should be. You know,
Twisted Metal they haven't come out with anything in how long?
I don't know. But I mean,
2012?
I think there's like room for that kind of game because there's not anything like it.
Yeah, agreed, but not as a game, not as a show. Like,
oh yeah, as a game.
Yeah, I would play the shit out of a new Twisted Metal if it was good. But
like an arena shooter with cars, give me that. Not Anthony Mackie. Like Hollywood's just choosing all the actors I hate for everything. It's like, well, let's put Anthony Mackie and Chris Pratt and everything. It's like, cool, thanks.
Well, this next story has some actors that you like. The Marvel Netflix series are all coming to Disney Plus, and Disney Plus is to roll out new parental controls with more mature content. So I'm surprised as hell by this story because I thought they were going to bring them to Hulu. I just never saw these ever coming over to Disney Plus.
I'm honestly shocked by what Disney has been doing with its superhero content in general. Right? The fan service with No Way Home wasn't my cup of tea, but I can see how people like it. I loved Eternals. I think that this Disney Plus stuff might lead to like a more serious not reboot, but maybe reimagining / continuation of all the Daredevil stuff. And it gives me hope for Blade. Blade was like the biggest question mark. I'm like, all right, how's Disney gonna do Blade? Like, what? How's it gonna quip around murder and vampires and stuff? Especially when you have like the quintessential like Wesley Snipes, like Wesley Snipes up here, Blade. But I don't know how you top it. I definitely didn't think a Disney-fied Blade would be the way to go. But hell, if Moon Knight fucking kicks ass, you know.
Yeah, and Moon Knight looks good.
Moon Knight's coming out in a couple of weeks.
It is
3 weeks from Thursday.
We can do a spoiler cast for the end of this season too, for that.
Yeah.
But I think we'll get like Logan and Deadpool on Disney Plus now if they have these new parental controls. I assume Deadpool 3 will be R, and that'll when it comes to Disney Plus, that'll be in the like the mature section. I'm just shocked. I didn't think this would ever happen. I am happy that it is happening.
Yeah. I think they're just realizing that the consumer can make their,
own decision. Yeah,
make their own decision. Like, yeah, you're going to be primarily kid stuff, but a huge majority of their audience is like,
Star Wars fans and like Marvel
fans.
Exactly.
Speaking of Star Wars, while we're on the news, did you see anything about that Star Wars hotel that opened up in Disney?
I did. Yeah, it's like $5,000 a night or something.
$6,000 for the total for 2 nights, and you can't stay more than 2 nights. And it's like
that.
It's basically like a high school rendition of a Star Wars story in an escape room that doesn't have enough cool stuff to do. And it's like there's no windows, but there's like an atrium where they have the roof open, where it's like, oh, this is a climate simulator. And then they're set meal times, and it's like, I feel like the Disney parks part of it, they're like, let's see how much we could treat these motherfuckers like animals and see how much they'll pay for it.
And like, people are paying for it.
They're just like, let's try it. See, let's put them in a pen and throw cafeteria food at them. Maybe some lightsabers here and there. See how much they pay for it. And people are like, $6,000, $6,000. They're just like, you couldn't pay me to go to Star Wars Medieval Times for 2. I would lose my fucking mind. I'd be like, knocking over actors. I'd be like, let me out. I need to breathe. And they're like, but we're in space. It's like, fuck off, Diane. Just because you have blue face paint on doesn't mean you can keep me in this concrete prison. Let me out.
Joe in the YouTube chat said the Star Wars hotel looks legit like a prison, and
yeah,
it does.
Seriously, it looks like a prison. The concrete, like.
So you're paying $12,000 for 2 days just to...
No. So it's like if 2 people go for 2 nights, it's $6,000 total.
Oh, okay, that's still bad. I thought it was $6,000 a night.
No,
that's still shitty though. Like I wouldn't pay.
Alcohol isn't even included. You got to pay for the booze.
I know. And what about the food? Is the food included at least?
There's meals included, but then there's the bar, I guess. Like, what if I want to like walk around at 2 a.m. like I can't sleep? Like I got a little panic attack because I'm in space, and it's like I want to go grab some food, and it's like, sorry, the galactic cafeteria is closed. It's like, bro, I'm paying $6,000. You should be throwing blue shrimp into my face.
I hope at least they have a cantina bar.
It's kind of like it's not. It's like the whole thing is like a sterile ship. It's more, if you look at it, it's more like Lost in Paradise from The Fifth Element, rather than anything Star Wars. It's like very sterile looking. Like, you think of Star Wars, it's like kind of grungy and it's like this is like pristine. It looks like Star Trek. Yeah. But like, I want to go sit down. I think you could sit down at the bar. I think it's open till like midnight. But that's all I would be like, oh, it's lightsaber training time. I'm like, no, I'm on my 4th fuzzy tauntaun. And I can't see straight. Like, this is the only thing I have to do for fun. Is drink with this Twi'lek. And I can't believe I spent half. That's half of one of my student loans.
Yeah,
6,000. It's who's that for? Who is that for?
I don't know. Super
the
rich
average
people.
Family isn't going to be like, well, let's spend 2 days in a Star Wars prison.
Rich nerds. That's who it's for. I don't know.
Yeah.
I looked at it a little bit, but I didn't like dive deep because I was just like, I saw the price and I was just like, I don't care.
Yeah.
And I just kind of clicked off of it.
I'm a big theme parksman, as you know.
You
I
are.
think it's meant for dinks, like double income, no kids.
Okay.
But like, I couldn't imagine bringing a toddler on there. How are you going to keep him entertained? Also, side note, since I said dinks, that's why the dinks were named the dinks
from Doug?
Yeah.
No, I didn't, but that's funny.
Because they have no kids. They have all this cool stuff.
Hello, Douglas.
It's very expensive. Like double income, no kids. So they have all of the money to spend and nothing to spend it on but like pointless shit. So that's why they were called the dinks.
Oh, moving on to the next story.
People said you can't make a segue from Star Wars to Doug, and I say wrong.
You did. We weren't going to talk about Doug though, but good segue. The 25th annual DICE Awards happened this past week, and a lot of people see them as like the Oscars of games, which I just felt like we're not going to sit on this for a while, but we should just talk about it. Surprisingly, not unsurprisingly, game of the year was It Takes Two. Outstanding achievement in animation was Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet and Clank also took art direction. Lady Dimitrescu won achievement in character, which I think is deserving. Returnal won music composition. It also won audio design. Story was Guardians of the Galaxy. Ratchet and Clank took technical achievement. Halo Infinite took action game of the year. Adventure game of the year was Guardians of the Galaxy. Family game of the year was Ratchet and Clank, which I thought would be It Takes Two. Guilty Gear Strive was fighting game. I don't even know what that is. Forza 5 was a racing game. Role playing was Final Fantasy 14. Mario Golf was sports game.
Really?
Age of Empires 4 was strategy game. Immersive reality was Lone Echo 2. Lone Echo 2 also won immersive reality technical achievement. And then there's a few other games.
Guardians of the Galaxy coming to Game Pass this month.
Online game of the year was also Halo Infinite 2.
I think everybody should pick. There's no excuse if you have Game Pass, you can play Guardians of the Galaxy because it was actually very good.
It was very good. It was a great game, actually. Yeah, and it
also sucks. They said it didn't hit expectations financially.
I heard that. A shame. Yeah, I thought initially it didn't, but then it picked up Steam.
No, it's coming to Game Pass.
Oh, okay. That's where games go when they don't hit expectations. They go to Game Pass.
You said it was picking up Steam. I said no, it's coming to Game Pass.
We need a drum roll drop.
I could work on a soundboard.
Your soundboard, it doesn't work on my stream though.
I'll figure it out. There's got to be a way.
Andrew Garfield says he has no plans to play Spider-Man again. I know people wanted him to come back in a sequel trilogy. What do you make of this, Scott?
I think it's a load of bullshit. You kidding? Should have made $1 billion. You don't think they're going to capitalize on it? So, because I think Marvel's Spider-Man is going to be Tom Holland, and then Sony's
100%.
is going to be Andrew Garfield. Like, do the whole Sinister Six with him. Like,
they all got transported back to his universe or something.
Yeah, and like the director, the writers were like, "Oh yeah, Doctor Strange's thing didn't work on the other Spider-Mans." Conveniently enough.
Yeah, right.
So it's like, yeah, of course. They're just probably working on contracts. They're gonna do it.
Yeah, he said, I forget his actual quote. No plans, that's the truth. Everyone's gonna call me a liar for the rest of my life. I'm the boy who cried wolf.
Yeah. No one believes you, Mr. Garfield.
It's true. I would love to see another
okay, hold on.
Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movie. What's up?
He said you're quiet compared to me.
I might be coming in quiet on your stream, but my levels are pretty even.
Yeah. It's
pretty even with yours.
Steve, let me know if that's
what
better.
I'm looking at. So yeah, so we think he's full of shit. We think they're gonna do this. I think they're looking for a way to bring Spider-Man into the Sonyverse, and I don't think it's gonna be Tom Holland, and I think he'll be the next bet unless they recast someone or they do Miles Morales.
Yeah, there's no way they don't do this.
Yeah,
it would be dumb. It's just money on the table.
I don't know why this story's in here. I don't think anyone cares. But Indiana Jones 5 wrapped filming. Hooray. I mean, I'm probably not gonna see it. I will see it eventually. But
Gotta see it. Are you kidding?
After what we got last time, I'm not excited.
Okay. Crystal Skull's not the bar. I think that just might have been a misstep.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah. But I don't think it'll be that bad.
Our last news story of the night. There is a new Pokemon game that got announced. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet was announced, and it looks a lot like Arceus.
Yeah, but I don't think it's gonna play like it, right?
I think it'll play similar, but Arceus, and I don't know if it's Arceus or Arceus. I have no idea. I've heard it said both. Arceus doesn't have any gyms. It doesn't have any gym trainers. So like, I feel like that was the bare bones of like the trial, and they were gonna see how that was to push that out and how well it did. And now that it did so well, I think they're jumping on that and being like, oh yeah, here's like a real Pokemon game that's gonna come out. It
didn't have any gyms?
There's no gyms, no. Because the whole thing is,
oh yeah, you just build it out the Pokedex.
Yeah, you're building out the Pokedex, and it's like pre before people caught Pokemon, and Pokeballs were like just invented and shit. So I think
before Pokemon were basically slave animals.
Yes, exactly. So I think that was kind of like the proof of concept for them when they released this, and then this new game looks like it's going to be like a Pokemon, like a proper Pokemon game. I think it looks great. I'm probably going to get it. But now that this came out, because I kind of took a back seat with Arceus because I'm playing a bunch of other shit, but I am traveling soon, so I'll be bringing my Switch, and I think I'm going to jump in when I can, just because I feel like they're probably going to connect, and I do like the game.
Oh. Katie gifted a sub. Thanks, Katie. Deluche got it.
Nice. With that, we have this Riddler game that we're going to play, which is basically, we're going to go riddle for riddle. Scott versus me. And the winner, we don't know what the winner gets.
We love good verses.
Yeah, but we like to compete against each other on this show, so we'll do this. We should keep a running
like a
tally, yeah, of who wins what. I won the Wordle.
Yeah.
And now we have this Riddler game, and then we'll come up with like something at the end. I don't know, where the loser has to do something or the winner has to do something.
No help from chat. Everybody, I want to keep this fair.
All right, no help from chat. Keep your answers to yourself.
Okay, so do you want to be the Riddler or the Riddle first?
I have 5 riddles. I know you said you have 11. So I don't know if we want to just do 5 each.
Yeah, we do 5 each. I'll just pick the hardest ones.
Okay. And fun fact for my riddles, we're doing this because of the Batman coming out. Which
Batman's coming up.
Yeah, neither one of us are gonna sit. We've both decided
Oddly enough, none of us was.
We're gonna wait for stream because we're just not very excited about it. But the Batman's coming out. The Riddler's in it. He looks like the Gimp. We're gonna do this riddle-a-thon here.
Do you have your Gimp mask ready?
I don't.
Oh, I'm gonna put mine away then. I don't want to look like an idiot. Be the only one.
I'm gonna switch to the reaction scene because you have a timer.
I do.
Let me know when that's up.
That's up.
It's up. Cool. We're gonna give each other 1 minute to answer each riddles. I was gonna flip a coin, but I don't have any change on me.
Do you want me to do a coin flipper?
Yeah, let's do that. Think of the coin flipper. Heads.
Okay. You got heads.
All right, I want to be the Riddler first.
Okay.
All right, before
so it's a minute when the from when the riddle is asked to figuring it out.
Yes. And I have a feeling I'm probably going to get none of these because I'm really bad at riddles, so you might win.
I'm not that great at riddles. So
also, all 5 of my riddles were taken from the original Batman 1966 show, so they're like kind of corny.
I was like kind of like looking up common riddles to maybe get my feet, like just to see if I got like.
Oh, I didn't practice at all.
I wasn't practicing, but now you're just like, they're from Batman 66. I was like, God damn it.
All right, are you ready? This riddle, I'll give you a hint actually. This one is timely.
Okay.
Ready?
Ukraine. What? Okay.
What people are always in a hurry?
Russian.
Yeah, you got that one. Not even a second.
All right, I got one.
All right.
I should have set up the counter. Whatever. We'll keep track in our heads. Chat, keep track.
All right, your turn.
Let's see.
Watch me fail miserably now.
Okay.
I'm ready.
A person. I'll do like I don't know how the Riddler sounds, so I can do a voice. The person who makes it has no need for it. The person who buys it has no use for it. The person who uses it neither sees nor feels it. What is it? Your timer starts now. As I can repeat it if you want me to.
The person who makes it
has no need for it.
Has no need for it.
The person who buys it has no use for it. The person who uses it neither sees nor feels it. What is it?
Oh, fucking no. I told you I'm bad at riddles. And then you're going to tell me and I'm going to be like, oh yeah. 30 seconds is up already.
Yeah.
Person who uses it neither sees or feels it.
Yep. I mean, it's not like one guess and it's over, so you can just start like fucking naming stuff.
I have no fucking idea.
Why wouldn't somebody see or feel something? That's it.
Just tell me what it is.
A coffin.
Oh, god damn it. Oh, god. Okay. Mine are super easy compared to yours.
Well, that's your fault. We've been free reign to look at the riddles.
All right, I'll give you a hard one. Harder one.
Okay.
Oh, you're going to get all these. This is the one you might not get. This is the one you might not get.
Okay.
What kind of pins are used in a soup?
What kind of pins are used in a soup? Pin. What kind of pins?
Pins. P-I-N-S.
It's not a bowling pin because it's a bowl of soup.
No, it's not.
It's gonna be like something with pin in the word of it. I'm just trying to figure that what that word is.
You got 30 seconds.
Damn, that was a quick 30 seconds. What kind of pins are used in a soup? Fucking hey, what the hell? It's gonna be so stupid easy. Pin.
We should have added the like the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire like dramatic sound.
Dun-dun-dun.
5 seconds.
I don't fucking know.
2, 1. Terrapins. Turtle soup. Turtle soup.
I fucking terrapin is a goddamn turtle. Whatever. And as Katie redeems the sand trombone alert. Thank you, Katie.
All right, Scott, hit me with the next one that I'm gonna not guess.
Okay.
You're up 1-0 still.
Okay.
You got
what kind of room
mushroom.
has no walls or corners?
A mushroom.
Yes. 1-1.
Oh, the only reason why I know that was because my next riddle is what room can no one enter?
A mushroom? So I'm 2 up, 2-1 now? Was that
yeah.
All right.
I'm just glad that it was a different riddle with the same answer.
Okay, hold on.
Holding.
Okay. If you drop me, I'm sure to crack, but give me a smile and I'll always smile back. What am I?
A jack-o'-lantern?
Nope.
No.
A good guess, though.
For some reason I want to say like a watch, but watches don't smile, but I'm thinking like face of the watch, like
no. That was not the answer.
I didn't think so.
10 seconds.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get it. I'm not gonna get it.
This might be one you smack yourself
2,
for.
1. Oh no.
It's pretty obvious. It's a mirror.
Ah, oh, god damn it. Okay. How much dirt is in a hole 3 acres square and 200 feet deep?
None.
Because it's a hole. You're right.
Didn't have to start the timer on that one. All right, so 3-1.
Yeah. I need to get these next two, or you win. And we'll just do the last ones for fun.
I have keys but no locks. I have space but no room. You can enter, but you can't go outside. What am I?
Keyboard.
Yeah. That's 3-2. Correct?
Correct.
If I get this one, you
win.
Can't.
I can't win. But I'll do the one. I'll humor you and do the last one just because. When is a person like a piece of wood?
When is a person like a piece of wood?
Yes.
When they're dead. Stiff as a board? Is that a no?
No. What's up, Booth Jessica?
When is a person like a piece of wood? Is it like one of those stupid fucking answers?
That's up to you for you to decide.
Terrapin? When is a person like a piece of wood?
Less than 30 seconds.
When is a person like a piece of wood?
What happens if we tie? You're gonna hit yourself when you hear this one.
When they're in a coffin?
No.
when they are in the dirt. When
Nope.
I don't know. Oh, it's gonna be easy. I don't know what.
When they're a ruler.
That's so stupid because rulers can be made of plastic.
Well, not in the 60s they weren't.
Yeah.
All right, time for me to tie. Let's go. What do we got?
Only one color, but not only one size. Stuck at the bottom, yet easily flies. Present in the sun, but not the rain. Do no harm, and feeling no pain. What is it?
Say it again.
Only one color, but not only one size.
All right, so it's not
Stuck
a rainbow.
at the bottom, yet easily flies. Present in the sun, but not the rain. Doing no harm and feeling no pain. What is it?
I don't know. A puddle? No.
No. It's a good guess though. Oh no, it's not present in the rain. Never mind, that was a horrible guess.
Present in the sun, but not the rain. Oh yeah, I guess it was. Never mind.
Yeah, the puddles are present in the rain.
Yeah. Sure. Only one color. A shadow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Nice. I
So you
tied.
Wait, isn't there one more?
No, that's 5.
That's 5?
Yeah.
Damn. All right,
So we tied. So what do we just tie, I guess.
All right.
Because I only have 5 riddles.
A fucking ruler?
A ruler and terrapins got you.
Fucking
To be fair, the
ruler
other 3
bullshit.
were really, really easy.
Yeah, one of which was mine. I wish I didn't give you that fucking mushroom one. All right.
Well, it's
I'm
the
going
same
back
for both
to
of
face
us.
cam.
Okay, me too. Live scene. Okay.
All right.
That
we
was
tied.
That was fun. We tied. Before we get into what we're playing and then talk about Elden Ring, I did want to talk about just quickly like the Batman because it's getting a lot of rave reviews. And Scott actually sent me something, like sent a text to me yesterday that was like, it was a review of The Batman is the best DC movie since The Dark Knight. And then he's like, I've heard this song before. And it's just like a bunch of different, like every basically DC movie that's been released since The Dark Knight of just reviewers being like, it's the best since The Dark Knight.
Yeah. It's the step of DC, a step in the right direction. It's like Wonder Woman 84 is on there.
Yeah.
As the best movie since The Dark Knight. It's like, just do your own thought. Maybe just half of a thought. Because like if you really look at the movies that critique the Batman, because like every movie is this like flowery where it's like the ambiance and it's like they went to a thesaurus and they just fucking dumped it out in their review.
Yeah.
They're just like, look at all these big words I could use, and it's like they all sound the same, and then nothing really critiques the movie. It's just this like surface level like talking around the movie rather than about it. And then you read some reviews that are like, oh, it's like a 7 out of 10, an 8 out of 10, or 6 out of 10. And they're like, you know, Pattinson is a moody Bruce Wayne and a moody Batman. So it's like, how are you not giving up that you're Batman if you're like acting the same way as Batman?
Yeah.
Like Bruce Wayne is usually like, you know, he's got to show face. He's got to be the, you know, the billionaire dope.
Billionaire philanthropist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, and people are praising, they're like, Gotham is so dark and gritty, it's amazing. It's like, wasn't that your problem beforehand? Like, not you specifically, but a big swath of DC's reviews before.
It's too dark. Yeah.
It's too dark. And now they're like, Batman is the darkest movie ever. You could barely see it. 10 out of 10. And it's just like, what? I feel like I'm going crazy. But
I'm sure it's fine. And I'm sure
it is.
I'm sure it's like somewhere around an 8.
Me specifically, my boycott of WB movies still stands strong for now.
I just, when it came out, I was like, this looks kind of stupid. When the trailer came out, I was like, this looks kind of stupid. I don't really have any ambition to go see it. I will see it because it's Batman. I've seen all of them, so eventually I will, but I'm just not like excited. It's like 3 hours long, and I heard it's slow. And I know like Matt Reeves isn't bad. I actually just watched Cloverfield the other night. Because he directed it. And he's got a bunch of other good movies, and I'm sure it's a fine movie. I just am not excited for this movie. So
Yeah,
I hate the way the Riddler looks. I hate it. And why does everyone just want to do fucking Frank Miller Batman? Because this is just Batman Year One is what it is. And it's like,
no, he's like in his it's Batman Year 2.
But I'm talking about Batman Year One, the comic. Like the graphic novel from Frank Miller.
It watches more like Long Halloween than for anything Frank Miller.
Yeah.
Like anything that like I don't think it's like I think we've seen it before just because it's like a riff on Nolan, and then like if Nolan did Seven.
Okay.
And like if Nolan did a David Fincher movie directed by Matt Reeves. That's like nothing in this movie looks like it's. Yeah, I mean nothing in this movie looks like it's gonna shock me. It's like, yeah, the Riddler's gonna do some fucked up stuff.
Yeah,
and then the Batman is gonna stop him. Like, there's no intrigue, right? Batman Begins.
There's gonna be that like he's gonna get the Riddle at the very end.
Yeah, and it's like there's nothing. There's like nothing in the trailers lead me to believe that like there's gonna be something cool in the third act. Like. So if you run it down, like Batman Begins was like the first Batman since the Schumacher ones.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like this shit looks cool, right? Grounded in a real Gotham. And then there's the twist with Ra's al Ghul at the end. And then the second one, there's the huge buzz around the Joker. And then the Dark Knight Rises feeds off the buzz from the Dark Knight because the Dark Knight's the best movie since Dark Knight.
I think like, Rises is a bad movie, but yeah. But it's not terrible.
It's not great. Why would all the cops go underground at the same time? It's fucking stupid.
There's a lot of plot holes.
Yeah, but it still rides that high, so there's the intrigue there, and it's like, oh, I want to see Tom Hardy's Bane because everybody knows Batman's back is broken with Bane, and then the next Batman iteration is BVS. There's a hook there, whether people like the movie or not. There's a hook there. It's like this is a Batman in a world with metahumans, like you. Steve Burke just said cops are dumb. That's why. And then even though they gave it away in the trailer. You get the Doomsday reveal, you get the Wonder Woman bit, and it's like Batman as a piece of a whole rather than the whole of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get the Justice League, even more so, Batman creating a team of metas to fight this otherworldly threat. It's like something we haven't seen before. And then you just go look at the Batman trailer, and it's like Colin Farrell in a fat suit and Paul Dano in a gimp suit, and it's like, what's the hook there? It's just a new Batman of something we did see already. It's like
the Dark Knight 4.
Yeah, it's like Batman Begins 1.5 because it's like not. It's like because he's just.
Mm-hmm.
I think Dark Knight he's year 2 ish. I don't think he's been Batman that long, so it's like literally Dark Knight era Batman again, and it's like the villains aren't as captivating. At least not Heath Ledger level, and it's like the political Two-Face angle. It's just like here's a serial killer that Batman's got to solve a riddle about, and everybody is just at a gravel the whole time. It's even Commissioner Gordon in that clip we watched the other day or the other week. This is Commissioner Gordon. It's like they all sound like Triple H cutting a promo. I'm the Batman. And I'm gonna stop the Riddler. It's like, all right, do something different, please.
Yeah, agreed. I agree with like almost everything that you said, but we'll see. We'll see when it comes.
I'm sure it'll be cool to see, but it's just gonna be like, yeah, that was the movie I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's not gonna be like, because like even the Marvel hook, it's like everything's connected. So you're like, holy shit, Deadpool showed up at Aunt May's house. It's like, okay, cool. There's shit to talk about. And it's like water cooler type things. Like overall, those movies kind of follow a formula, but there's like little interjections of like a continuing world, and it's like it rewards you for watching everything. So it's like, oh, here,
so you feel obligated that you need to watch everything because it all connects.
Here's this cool thing that carries you into the next thing that has cool things. It works. But this is just like they just drop a Batman on you. It's like, you fuckers like Batman, here you go. There, watch it, you pieces of shit. It's like, all right, I'm not gonna.
Okay, with that,
rant over. Okay.
Yeah, we've talked and ranted enough. We're gonna get into what we're playing and then the topic of the show, Elden Ring. I'm gonna go first because I've played it significantly less than Scott, and I know Scott has a lot to talk about.
I don't have that much time in it. That's a lie.
You have 25 hours, and I looked at your Steam profile. I have 7.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm sorry, 6.
Blow my spot up, please.
But I'm also playing other games too, which is why I feel like I should go first. I have kind of I played Elden Ring a little bit, but I put it on the back seat because I'm doing a really big push to get done with Mass Effect Andromeda, and I played it for like 6 or 7 hours over the weekend to just push it out because I also want to start my Batman Arkhamverse playthrough with the Batman coming out. I just feel like it'd be cool to do. So I'm trying to finish Andromeda this week, so I might not even play Elden Ring this week. Maybe, we'll see. But I did play 6 hours
I'll be able to hop in and help you annihilate things when you need help.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing I wanted to talk about. I have a widescreen, ultra wide monitor, 21:9, and Elden Ring does not support it, which I am kind of upset about. So I have black bars on the sides of my monitor. So in order to get rid of that, I have to download the mod Flawless Widescreen to use it in complete widescreen. But in order to do that, I have to come offline because they have the anti-cheat thing on there. So I'm playing with the mod because whatever, it's mostly a single player game. I don't really care that I'm coming offline to do it. It looks great, but I am a little upset that they haven't. Like, why don't you support this yet? Like, it's 2022. Support people with ultra wide monitors.
I think it has to do with the way everything needs to be frame perfect for the combat because it's locked at 60 frames.
And you can unlock the frames with this mod as well. So I'm playing it like on an ultra wide monitor at like I think I put it to like 140 frames per second. But anyway,
does the black bars on the sides, does it like plop it right in the middle, or does it go?
Yeah, it puts it in the middle. Yeah,
okay.
I've played other games that aren't ultra wide support, and it just puts it in the middle. It's just, it scales it down to 16:9. It just doesn't stretch it. But outside of that, I mean, the game is great. This is the first Souls game.
Zack Snyder's Justice League of
exactly. This is the first Souls game I've played. I've never played any Souls game prior to this. I know exactly what they are, and I know that they're super hard, and it's a lot of dodging, and it was very frustrating my first playthrough. But then in my second and third time that I booted it up, I was like, oh, like I get it, and now I'm intrigued. I couldn't tell you what the fuck is happening in the story, but
I played 25 hours. I can't tell you either.
But it looks great, and it plays great, and the enemy variety, like there's so much enemy variety. There's just so many different enemies, and I think that's one of the biggest draws to it is like, how am I going to beat this guy? What does this guy do? Like, and then you die and you have to kind of like figure it out again. One of my favorite stories, because I've only put in 6 hours, but one of my favorite stories was I opened this chest and I wound up in some like crystal mine, and all the enemies were like way overpowered because I think I'm like level 13 or something, 13 or 14. And I must have died 20 times in that mine before I was just like, oh, you just have to sneak out. And it's like, oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
I touched the same chest.
I chose. What did you choose for your class?
I chose the Confessor.
Okay.
Because they are like apparently a faith and dexterity guy, which I wanted to do a little stabbing, do a little casting.
Yeah, because you're such a faith and dexterity guy.
What are you talking about? I'm very dexterous. I'm not clumsy or anything, and I have a lot of faith. I have faith that this show's gonna do well. So, boom, faith build.
I chose astronomer.
Astrologer.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
So you're going straight casting.
Straight casting. Yeah. And
hard in the beginning, but once you start picking up sorceries, you're gonna.
Yeah, I haven't picked up a single sorcery yet, but I'm just going through and like that's all I'm doing. I'm just like trying to keep my distance and like cast spells on people, and it's somewhat working for right now.
The thing is, you can just kind of like look up like best sorceries in the starting area, and it'll just show you where stuff is. You can just run to it. Most stuff you don't have to fight anything. It's like a chest in a cave, and you just like run around and grab it. And then even if you die when you grab it, you still keep it. So it's like go in with no runes and just try to grab it.
Yeah, that's true. I do like how the game doesn't hold your hand at all, and it reminds me a lot of like Breath of the Wild. It's kind of like the M version of Breath of the Wild, but you also get to like upgrade your stats and shit, more RPG-ish. But you can go anywhere, and it's like everyone plays the game differently. So I enjoy that aspect of it a lot.
Souls games are like that, though. They don't really hold your hand. They're very ambiguous. This one is ambiguous to a open world degree, because like I find it really interesting. Like, so I played it for for the first 6 or 7 hours, and I was like, I don't fucking know if I like this game.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it was just like. And my vision opened up, and I was like, "Oh, I get it now." Because it's like every game I've played that has a dodge mechanic, it rewards you for just dodge spamming. You're just like, I gotta get out of the way, and it's like there's like subtle. You have to like read subtle hints in the enemy's animation and your animation. Like, at what point of your getup are you in versus where their hit is? So sometimes I'm just like, I don't have to dodge right now because their hit won't hit me because I'm still on the ground, right? So it's this like chess game with every single enemy you face. And there's an insane amount of enemy. My favorite thing in video games is enemy variety. Like, you need variety.
100%.
And this game is silly. Like, I'm running around a swamp and there's giant moss lobsters, like huge fucking lobsters.
Yeah, I ran into them too.
I go past this thing. I see this TikTok because my whole TikTok is Elden Ring now.
Yeah, same here.
So they're like, look at this cool ice sword. I was like, fuck yeah, I want an ice sword. So I run to where they tell me. I grab the ice sword. I have to like fight this monster with like 90 arms, and it throws up toxic goo. I'm like, all right, I finally beat it. I'm like, got the ice sword. And I swipe at a wall because one of my digs about the game is that the controller sync is kind of ass. So like my attack went off and I hit the wall of the ruins I'm in, and the wall just disappears. I'm like, what the fuck? But it was not a bug, it vanished.
You broke down.
Like,
okay.
It didn't break. It just kind of like dissipated.
It did Thanos. Thanos snapped.
And I'm like looking up this hill at this huge manor now, and I'm like, game wants me to go there. So I'm trouncing up the hill, and all of a sudden I just hear, and it starts raining just missiles, like arcane missiles, as I'm running up this hill. So I'm like, all right, hop on my horse. I do a little dodge, make a little dance. I get to the front with the grace. I touch it. I'm like, cool, new manor to explore. I've explored manors in this game before. I'm all right. I'm walking, and I just hear like skittering. Like that, and I'm like, hate me a skitter, don't like that at all.
Super creepy.
And I look over and I'm like, is that a fucking hand? It's like a little hand just like moving around, and I'm like, that's kind of cute. And I turn around, and no lie, this 20-foot hand spider falls from the ceiling and just grabs me and like one-shots me. I'm like, 1, ew, 2, what the fuck just happened? It was like, I thought I saw everything aside from bosses. Like, I probably saw the majority of the enemy types. A hand spider is not something I thought I was going to see. And it's like, how the fuck do I fight this thing? That's what I'm at now. I don't know how to fight it yet.
Yeah,
I gotta figure it out.
If it's one thing, I would say, like, you can't just go and expect the unexpected, because there are like monstrosities that you see that's like, what the hell is that?
I found a whole underground city. It's like an elevator that took like 2 minutes to go down.
Like,
and there's an optional boss fight there that is one of the prettiest boss fights I've ever seen. It's like a spectral deer, huge, and its animations is like gallops through the air and like it spits blue fire. And I'm just standing there like, God damn, that's pretty as hell. And I'm like, I should probably not admire this thing. It wants to eat me for dinner. And it's like things you'd miss that if it wasn't for a community around the game where it's like, yo, I found this. Oh, I found this. And they leave little notes on the ground and you can read them. Most aren't helpful. Most are just like, haha, butthole. So it's like, okay, but some are helpful. And but like the ambiguity of the game is enticing. It's very overwhelming at first, but it gets very enticing. Like I found a cave that I walked down and it had like a bunch of smithing stones in it. The smithing stones are the item you need to upgrade your weapons. So I'm like, cool, I'm making my way down. At the bottom of the cave, there's always a boss. Find the boss. This thing looks like an angel in the Tron universe. It's like this big celestial thing with like the circuitry looking stuff running, and it's got these 2 discs that it throws out. I summon my little wolves, kick the shit out of it. Really just murder this thing. I'm like, that's fucking cool. And it drops a bell. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck to do with this bell. I just keep running. And then I see a TikTok where it's like, there's this 2-headed lady that likes bells. So I'm like, all right, I got a bell. I walk over to her. She's like, thanks for the bell. I'm like, cool. What does that do? Get? And then in her inventory, it opens up another slot, and you can buy smithing stones now. You don't have to go find them. So it's like, if I get a new weapon, I just run over there with some souls and buy it up, and I don't have to sit there and farm. And it's just like, how the fuck are you supposed to know that's there? You don't. Yeah. And I'm wondering, I'm not playing it, and I'm just thinking about it. I'm like, what else am I missing? Like, I don't like missing things. I got like the biggest FOMO in that game. I'm like, oh, I probably missed a cave. Like,
is it turning you into a completionist now?
No, I just want. I mean, I know I'm not gonna hit everything or see everything, but like the next cool item. It's like I had this big spear, but then like I got this cool armor, and I couldn't carry the spear without fat rolling. It's the rolling when you're heavy loaded. You can't dodge really well. So I was like, all right, fuck the spear. And I got a skull mask and this fucking cool robe, and I shoot fire out of my eyeballs, and I got a lightning bolt that I could throw, and I got this sword that when you hit the alternate attack, you split it into 2 swords and like run the blades along each other, and then it gets like holy power. So these like holy lightsabers that just fucking shred. And it's like, I want to know what other items are going to completely change the way I play. I also found a rune farm that it's just like 15 enemies that you get 15,000 runes, and you just restart and do it over again. And it's like, so I'm not really worried anymore about dying with runes, because it's like, if I need runes, I know it's cheap. I'm like, if I need runes, I'll go farm. But
you're gonna need to give me the location of that rune farm.
Yeah, but I only found it because TikTok. This guy's like, oh, go to this lake, and behind this bush, there's a teleporter. And I was like, what? There's a teleporter in a bush? And I teleport it. It's like, watch for the giant boss. And you teleport, you look down the stairs, there's this like 90-foot dude with a bow and arrow. And you're like, that's the boss. And you just run past them. You get the little sight of grace. And then there's these like little goblin dudes. They're like this big. And I'm like, easy. I hit one. His health barely moves.
Oh, geez.
So when you first start to do it, it's a little tough. And they one-shot you. They got this move where they like send their claw through the ground and then throw shit at you, and it just one-shots you. So it's tough at first. But once you get their move pattern down, it's like I just do it. Like I could have a conversation with somebody and just do it.
Yeah,
it's like,
just dodge and whatever.
Yeah, because you hear their voice cues, and it's like, you know what move they're using. So it's like I just do that, get the runes, and I level up, and things could still fuck your day up, but not as easily. And then you get to like choose all the cool weapons you want, and the game gets cool when you get to customize your shit.
Yeah, and I'm nowhere near that yet. What level are you at currently?
57 maybe.
Damn, nice.
Yeah,
I'm still on like 13.
And I'm like, and progression wise, I'm like 15%. I think.
Oh, I'm sure it takes this. I'm going to be playing this game probably for like a year. I think this is just going to be like my like when I have free, which is also why I haven't streamed it, because I kind of want to give it my full attention when I'm playing. Although I do know it's probably gold for like streaming content because
it's Clip Central.
Yeah.
It's so good.
But I still would rather just.
It's what game you gotta have to focus on, because like
Exactly.
I mean, if I had like a really active chat that wasn't like my friends and my wife hanging out, I would feel bad for like ignoring it for a little bit, like in an intense boss fight. But
Yeah,
I'm not there yet, so I like to stream it, and it's fun to watch people get frustrated at it, and I'm a good frustrated, so I think it's entertaining. If there's one thing I have to ding it for,
I was just gonna say, what are some of the things you would take away from it, like that you dislike?
So the only thing that keeps it from a 10 out of 10, like rivaling one of my favorite games of all time,
which is The Witcher 3.
Yes, the PC port not great. The controller sync is a little iffy, but I know So my final thoughts on the game. The exploration is great. The the build diversity, the enemy diversity, the combat loop, once you get it, is great. But the thing that keeps it out of my like favorite game of all time is the apparent lack of narrative. So it keeps it away from The Witcher 3, where this game rewards you better for exploring than The Witcher does, because like when I play through The Witcher, I just kind of dick around until I get my Witcher gear, and then I keep my Witcher gear and just upgrade it. This is like, oh, this is cool. I keep swapping in and out, and it's like, oh, does this weapon work for this build, and blah blah blah. So that works better. They reward you better for exploration, but The Witcher has just like a rich story, and like you go to anybody and learn about their life, and it's there and it's apparent. Any NPC in these games is just like, oh, doth thou knoweth, and it's just like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, I have absolutely no clue, and I'm sure there's gonna be Souls purists who are like, well, you have to read the tablet, and it's like, bro, I don't want to fucking do that. How about that one? I don't want to do that. So, like, the apparent lack of narrative is what I'm still giving it like a 9.5.
Yeah.
But it just
which says a lot for a story that has like just a very confusing lore.
I'm just so captivated by the game. Like I hate everybody and their mother compares it to Breath of the Wild, but it's like that captivating, like I'm stuck to this. Like I don't know what it is, what it is about this, but I just cannot stop playing it. And I don't know what the fuck's going on, but I like it.
Yeah. You think you'll finish it?
Likes it too. Probably. I might not hit every fucking boss, and because there's like like people are ranking the bosses already of how hard they are, and there's this like volcano manor that has a big worm spider at the bottom of it.
Okay.
It's apparently really hard, but it's got really cool gear. So it's like probably won't hit every optional boss. I'm at one point I'll be like, all right, enough exploring. I just want to finish it and just kind of like power through. But for now, I'm going in every crevice, crack, and killing any monster I see and seeing what goodies they got for me. And it makes me want to go back and play the other Souls games, but I don't want to start with like the best one and then go back to like
because it's definitely going to be different.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, if you're stuck, just get good. In this one, if I'm stuck, I'm just going to turn around and go the other way.
Yeah.
And see what I could do, you know?
The and I mean, I have not played nearly as much as you, but I think some of the takeaways for why I dislike it, I don't really like that every boss respawns like all the time.
Bosses don't respawn.
A lot of them do. Like
those aren't bosses.
Oh, all right. Then I guess I haven't played a boss yet. Are they mini bosses?
Yeah, a boss has a health bar down at the bottom.
Yeah, like the trolls respawn.
Well, their health bars are above them.
Are they?
When you fight a boss, it's like it's a name that comes up, and it's like, you know, Glorglack the butt fucker down on the bottom of the. It's like the whole health bar fills up the screen, and you're like, oh, okay, I'm in for it now.
Is the with the tree sentinel? Is that guy a boss?
Yeah, the dude on the horse.
Yeah,
the one that.
Yeah, he fucked my day up. He fucked my day up a bunch.
He's a boss. Yeah, he's a boss. He doesn't respond if you kill him.
Okay, because I did kill a giant troll like right by him. That has like the archers around him. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And he came back, and I was like,
yep,
God
not
damn
a
it.
boss.
Okay, and I did go into one cave and kill some like easy boss too. I forget what he was, but he was he just had like not a huge sword, I guess a medium sword. It was just in the wolf cave.
Yeah. I missed him. I just keep seeing him on TikTok though. But learn the value of running away.
Oh yeah, like, I've learned that really quickly.
But not even running away for your life. Like if you're in a cave and you made it down to a certain point, you're like, fuck, I'm out of flasks and blah blah blah. You just go into the cave and ignore everybody. You could like, because there's so many animations where people are just kind of like, oh, I gotta get up and go fight you, and it's like you just
run by them. Yeah.
Like not today, Mr. Skeleton. I got better things to do. You just zip right past them. It's like there's things that they don't tell you in the game.
You have to figure it out on your own.
Yeah, and it's like every time I play, I'm like, fuck, it's another piece of the puzzle goes like into place. I'm just like, I get it. Oh, this would have been so much easier 24 hours ago.
Yeah. All right. That's I think that's it for me. I know I didn't contribute much to that, but I haven't played too much.
I had a feeling I was gonna have to talk a lot. But if you were to give it a score,
it's hard for me to score it based on playing only 7 hours, but I understand why people are giving it like 10s and 9.5s and stuff. And I think if you talk to me in 60 more hours of gameplay, I'll probably be up there because it is drawing me back. I just want to get rid of what I have on my plate currently so I can devote my time all to it, because I know what's going to happen is when I set out to like do this YouTube channel, and like my whole thing was I wanted to play through franchises and rank them, and I'm almost done with Mass Effect, and I really want to just get that out of the way. And I know if I just keep going back into Elden Ring, I'll just get lost, and I'll just keep doing it, and I'll never finish the my Mass Effect playthrough. So that's why I've been like, all right, I like this, I can feel it pulling me in, but I'm gonna resist for now because I just want to get rid of this, and then I can focus all my time on this. And I also take my time, like I take my time with games. So
and that's a game that people easily sink 100+ hours into.
I can see that.
But for TikTok clip purposes, I'll just recap so I could clip it and give my review. So the positives: the world is beautiful, the art direction is beautiful, the combat loop is engaging, the exploration is incredibly rewarding. The game is just it's blowing me away beyond every turn. 24 hours in, I'm still finding stuff that just drops my jaw. The negatives: the PC port, kind of janky. Controller support, kind of janky. And the lack of an apparent narrative it keeps me from wanting to like look for side quests. I just want to go. Now, me personally, I just want to go kill the next big thing. That being said, I'm giving it a solid 9.5 after 25 hours of playing.
Right up there with the PC, with the PC Metacritic score. Yeah.
Miles gives it a 9.5 as well.
I would probably put it somewhere around there. I just don't think I can rank it or I can rate it after 7 hours of play. There's still so much I haven't seen yet. So yeah, but I think it can only go up. Like I don't think it's gonna dive down into like the 8s or something like that for me. So yeah.
Unless you really hate getting your ass kicked a lot.
Yeah, it is challenging. It kind of, it's a completely different game, but it reminds me a lot of Doom Eternal when I was playing that. Just because Doom Eternal would throw a million, not that this is throwing a million enemies at you, but it would make you get, like, you had to get good because you had to be like, oh, this is like every enemy has a certain way that you have to kill it, and certain different guns that you have to use. And I remember how refreshing it was when I was playing Doom Eternal, because I was like, oh, I can't just go in and like shoot everything and what, like I have to switch my weapons and like I have to dodge here, and you would die and have to like start over. And it reminded me kind of that. Since I've never played a Souls game, it's like similar in the fact where I'm gonna die a bunch.
Yeah.
And like re-strategize.
24 hours in, I fight bosses completely differently than when I fought my first boss. My first boss, I was like, I'm gonna get him, and I would go in and get my ass kicked. Now every time I enter a boss arena, I just kind of like circle, strafe him a while, like see what
he's doing. Yeah,
see what he's doing, and it's like, okay, I have an opening there, so when he swings the sword down, he's unguarded, so that I can hit him with my fucking katana, and it's like, it's this cool like little chess game now, rather than like I just got off God of War where it was just like hit the rage button and fucking go, and it's just like not this game.
It definitely makes you patient. I will say that.
Yeah.
All right, with that, I think that's our show. We'll be back next week. I don't know what we're going to be talking about next week, but we'll figure it out.
We always figure it out on like a Saturday.
Yeah, whereas what are we going to talk about?
Hey, what are we doing next week?
Be sure to join the Cool Nerd Nation. Be sure to follow us on Twitch, on YouTube, twitch.tv/Tresnair, twitch.tv/thickflare4cs. And we'll see you guys next week, and podcast services everywhere.
Yeah, bye.
Miles is saying bye. All right, we'll see you guys next week.
Bye, y'all.